Hello, Sean from ActionSprout again. If you manage a Facebook page, one of the things that you know takes a lot of time, effort, and energy is finding things to share with your supporters and fans and followers. That requires good stories. And we know from the data that we have here at ActionSprout that it takes about a story a day to actually be sending the right number of signals to Facebook so that you're continually growing your reach and engagement rate with those people. And that can be pretty daunting and hard. But we have some great tools to help you find and post those stories on a daily basis, or even a little more frequently. So let's jump right in and take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and log into my CatsOhMy account here, which is connected to my CatsOhMy Facebook page. And once I'm there, I'm going to head over to the Stories section. The first thing you're going to have to do is actually subscribe to some topics that are relevant to the efforts that your organization is wanting to do. We have hundreds of topics that you can follow from all different categories. The first topics you'll see are our most popular topics and the ones where we have the most recommended content around. So perhaps you care about climate change. You can go ahead and follow that topic. If you scroll down, you'll find categories with lots of other topics within them. In this case, pet cats, because this is a page about cats, by the way. And I could go down here and maybe I want to follow a local news feed as well. So once I've followed the topics that I want to monitor, I can see the recommended stories that are coming in here. And our recommended stories have a couple of things that are really unique to them and that help make sharing a lot easier. The first thing is you'll know who recommended it. Now we have an in-house journalism team that's out looking for stories and finding the most timely, relevant, and factful stories related to these different topics. And you might see stories recommended by them. We also have the ability for others to recommend stories, and I'll talk about that in a little bit and how you can actually suggest stories to go into this feed and gain that attribution. With that is some guidance that follows along with that particular story. So this little purple area here is an explanation about why you might want to share that story. When we're doing it, sometimes that's about why it's trending, why and who else is seeing really good results with that particular story. If this is a story that you're interested in sharing, you can just hit share, which is then going to allow you to compose the post to your Facebook page. With many recommended stories, we also have some suggested messaging that you can start with. So you can copy that to your clipboard and go ahead and paste it in, and then change it and make it unique to your particular Facebook page, but it's a good place to start. We're also going to pick the next best time to schedule that post based on what's happening with your page, things you've previously scheduled, and when your fans are online. So if you look, you can see these are the best times for my Facebook page, for this CatsOhMy page, on the upcoming days that are happening here, and how many posts I have scheduled on each of those days. So you'll notice the next best time for my page is Monday at 5 p.m. You'll also notice that's the time that was automatically pre-populated here. So all I really have to do is find that story, put it in, and hit schedule post. And now that has been scheduled to my Facebook page, and I have now content out for the next 4 days that's already queued up and ready to go. Now once I've scheduled it, I can do some other stuff like actually view it on Facebook, or I can jump into a promotion flow in ActionSprout that I'll talk about in another video where you can actually boost that using Facebook ads. So those are the recommended stories that are within the ActionSprout system. If you have a recommended story, maybe it's an image, maybe it's a video, maybe it's a link to an article that really applies to that topic, you can hit suggest a story. And you can tell us about it. If it's a link, paste in the link URL here. If it's actually a video or image, maybe that your organization has created about some topic that's appropriate for others to share, you can upload that here. Write some guidance about why others should care about sharing that particular story. You can even drop in that suggested messaging that people can start with, You can tell us why we should put it into the recommended feed, or when we should actually recommend that out if it's timely and actually applies to a specific time. And then you'd pick the topic that you want it to go into, that you're subscribed to, and hit submit. Our team will evaluate those suggestions very quickly, and then we will schedule them if they're appropriate for the feed. Now again, we do check for factfulness, and we check for spelling and typos and things like that. If you have any questions about topics, about using recommended stories, about suggesting a story, again, you can always hit us up, lower right-hand corner, that little chat bubble, and we're happy to talk to you about the topics, about the recommendations that are there, or about getting your content and your expertise reflected in these important topics on ActionSprout. Thanks for watching.